those
And
two.
then you thought, what I need more in my life is Americans.
I thought, do you know what I love? Americans and Jesus. I'm going to combine the two with this comic. Where do fish go on holiday?
The sea.
Perfect.
I didn't hear what you said because you were laughing.
It's because I said, where does fish go on holiday? Or I meant to say, where does fruit go on holiday?
Oh.
Paris.
Okay, I thought you said Paris. I was like, that doesn't make sense. I was also thinking they go to your flat because it's very blue. And they think
It's very blue.
sea. But that's not a joke.
Born on a blue day. No, there's no blue fruit. Should get some oranges.
Blueberries?
Of oranges. True. Are they purple? No, they're blue. Yeah, I'll give you that. Fair enough.
Love a blueberry.
Famously blue. Yeah. Blueberry muffin's probably one of your best exports.
Hello and welcome to Ink in the Eyes. I'm Ace. This is Charles. And today we are discussing what I'm guessing is called American Jesus from your notes. But I thought this was about Watchmen? X-Men? X-Men. We did watch.
So it was supposed to be about X-Men.
And you changed last second?
I changed last second. I changed today. I was in the library. I was like,
I was confused.
Do you know what? So it was going to be Dawn of X, and then in true X-Men fashion, you had to it's better if you read Power of X and what this other one. And I was like, I haven't read those.
And then you thought, what I need more in my life is Americans.
I thought, do you know what I love? Americans and Jesus. I'm going to combine the two with this comic.
Sounds like America.
Sounds like America. So it's in the British colours, as you can see. the red, white, and blue. I don't know why they did
French
it in
colours.
What?
It's the French colours.
It depends which way you do it, doesn't it? It's like one time it's French, and then Bleu Blanc Rouge, and then British, and then American, regardless.
So do you
of where
say red, white, and blue, or do you say blue, white, red?
We don't really talk about it that way. You just say the British flag, British colours. I don't know. Red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. Blue, white, and red.
Is that why you have a blue wall and a blue jumper? Because you're repping the British colours.
Repping the British colours. No, it isn't. And it's funny, actually, because there is an actual captain in the Dawn of X, which is the one I was going to do. There's a Captain Britain, and we were going to discuss that. But we'll be discussing that at length next time.
And instead, you want to discuss American Jesus.
American Jesus.
We found an eraser while walking the dog that was Jesus, and it said, Jesus loves you. And now he's in our house.
Isn't it? Shouldn't you not make idols? Thou shalt not worship false idols.
That's true.
False prophets.
That's true.
Yeah. Anyway, what do you know about this comic?
Nothing.
Bar the notes that you've read.
I was lied
As
to
I say,
about what this episode was about.
You were lied to. I said you on a soldier in a pub. Basically, I went to the library and I was like, this looks really interesting. So, American Jesus was originally released in 2004 and 2023, I believe. It was done by Dark Horse Comics. However, it's an image comic, really. It's image based. All of these
Is this a re-release?
No, I think he sort of later sold it to Image. I don't know the actual ins and outs of the publishing, but basically these are all Image. Well, we're going to get on to who actually publishes it in a second. The original title was called Chosen, and then they rebranded it. It is a 3-series issue. And it has been...
Is it American Jesus, or is it American Jesus?
That's really interesting. Why'd you ask that?
Because in The Walking Dead, many seasons in, there's a character who, long hair, wears robes, and they meet him, and he goes, "I am Jesus." And I opened it up, and I said, "Look, Mom, Jesus comes to save them," because we were a few books earlier. And she said, "No, Allie, that's Jesus, the name," because it's a common name, I think, in a lot of...
Yeah. I had a friend called Jesus. I
Mexicans,
do have a friend called Jesus, but he calls himself Jesus. In England, he calls himself Jesus. He, loves it. He's like, it's fucking amazing.
Excellent. Yeah. I can see where that's fun. Anyway,
but you do sound
when the TV show...
Yeah.
Sorry, when the TV show caught up, it was Jesus. That was the end.
Oh, wow. Oh, so did you screen it for your mum? Was like, there, told you I was right.
Yeah, I think she was making dinner and did not care. She was like, be quiet, teenage.
You do sound very uncultured when we used to call, Jesus, like my friend, and we call it in front of people, and he'd be like, it's Jesus, and he'd call himself, he'd be like, yeah, we all know, he's got a thick Malagan accent, we know he's Spanish, don't worry. However, the reason why I asked you that is because it was later adopted by Netflix. Because, we'll get into but it's later adopted by Netflix. I'll put these down because I'm just... and they changed it from America to Mexico. And called it The Chosen. It was released in 2023. And it was changed, US to Mexico on, changes the story a little bit, and I don't want to give too many spoilers they're called these days, not ruiners, but it does change the story quite a bit. I think I haven't actually seen it, but from what I've read.
I guess you couldn't call it American Jesus in Mexico. Was the author, creator, illustrators Mexican, or did Netflix just change it for
Scottish, I believe. The
Oh.
writer was born in Scotland, I believe. I think he still lives in Scotland. And the writer is from...
Why did he write about America? Not that you can't write about other countries, but I feel like people get tired of
because
how
I think he knew. I think he at
America.
one point he might have lived there. He was with Marvel. He was with DC. He did the whole shebang. So he was. I'll get on to him now. Mark Millar is like a massive name in comics. I'm sure most or everybody has heard of him. He did Kingsman. He's done Kick-Ass, Jupiter's Legacy, and this one. So like huge name in the business. This is part of the Millar world, which is one of his like companies, I suppose. Kind of a company, but also like an artistic movement or like a storyline movement, much like the MCU, but on a smaller scale. Of like it happens within the same universe.
His work?
Him and a select few artists, maybe another writer or two, but it's mainly just him. It was acquired in 2017, so he started that in 2004 after working for Marvel, DC, and then he started that in 2004, and he did the Kingsman, Kick-Ass, and Jupiter's Legacy within that. The headquarters are based in the UK, so perhaps he moved to the States and then moved back to Scotland. And yeah, Netflix acquired it in 2017, so it was the first acquisition by the streaming service, which is quite huge.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Quite mad. But it's also why all of them are films. Some politics, this is going to come into it, he's a practicing Catholic. He did say a troubling thing that I was like, oh, okay. He was like, us liberals in the media kind of portray it as that the Catholics are always bad, which is fair enough. Like, that would piss me off if I was of a religion, and it's obviously the first thing you think about Catholicism is it's rampant child molestation. But he said, the troubling comment is like 99.9% of the time that's not the case. And I was like, it kind of is though. Like, I'm not like, there are obviously like very, you know what I mean? That's a bad thing to say. I understand that, like, you didn't have to put a number to the percentage. You could have been like, that's not everybody's experience.
Yeah.
That wasn't mine. But like, say 99.9, you're like,
Right.
that's demonstrably not true. Obviously, like,
Yeah.
I don't think he got any criticism for that. But that was just a personal view. I was like, oh, you could have maybe worded that a little bit better, and a bit more empathetically. He, like I say, is a massive name in the comics. He doesn't profane. He doesn't swear or do any of those things. And there is a little bit about this, which is very interesting, because he calls the character that we'll get into. What does he call it? He doesn't call it self-love. He calls it It's self-dating.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's very...
That's so clunky.
Yeah, it's like a self-dating is his term. I can't find it exactly, even though that's here. It's interesting because that's not actually like a Christian thing, as far as I'm aware. I know it's been adopted by the Christian now, but I don't think it is a biblical... I don't think that's a passage or anything that happens within it. Like I say, he's a practicing Catholic, and he wanted to put something that was positive within the Catholicism sphere. His other artists will talk a little bit about religion, but I probably will piss people off if I get too in the religious thing. It'll either be painfully and boring,
touchy subject,
politically correct, like it will bore people to a politically correct stage, or I will piss everybody off. So, I'll get to it. Don't worry. Artist is called Peter Gross. They've worked together on other ones. He's best known for like the Book of Magic. He's from Minnesota.
What is that?
Minnesota, Lucifer and Unwritten. He's a comic book author. And good artist. Not much found out about him. I looked on his website. I've got his website here. I'll post it into the show notes as well. His work is very... Yeah, we'll discuss the art style actually, because his work is interesting. It's very realistic, muted colours. This is set
the
in
opposite to Portugal.
The 70s. Oh, you can't see because of my light. There you go. Again, the similar thing that he has within Portugal actually is quite rigid and strict paneling. Storyboard. Even though it changes, it varies in amount. He's very strict with how nothing bleeds into another, and different colours will fade into another. So, did I like it? It isn't my favourite, but
the art style.
Yeah. This is what I mean. Yeah, the art style. It isn't my favourite art style, but it's very easy to read because it has. You can read reactions in it, and you can read facial expressions a little bit more than you can. However, there's something about the styling that I'm just not. Something about the faces.
Yeah, when you said realistic and muted colours.
So yeah, I mean that's not me, is it? As I say, a blue wall and a fucking blue jumper. And yeah, I'm not very muted in my colouring. But although it is kind of monochromatic, it's just. It wouldn't be my favourite, but it is amazing, if that makes sense. It's the difference in taste and quality. Like, quality of reading, it's very, very nice. And the actual skill level is extremely high. But it isn't how I would personally illustrate. It does get...
How would you illustrate?
What? Do I illustrate? No, I don't.
How would you illustrate?
Badly.
How would you?
Much worse.
If you could pick a style.
If I could pick a style, that's a really interesting one. Out of all the ones that we've done so far, I think the art style that I've loved the most is probably the boy the mole in the ink. I think the water inking is really heavy water inking is really nice. I like that a lot. I'd say, out of all the things that we've done so far, Saga's very good in a very comic style. If I was to write a story, I think the idea of like strong but like heavy painted backgrounds, no lines on the background, whereas here they outline back, like here as you can see, again, sorry to use video if anybody's listening on audio, but he'll like outline the background, whereas in Saga she obviously just free paints things. That would be my favourite in comic book styling, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think if I was just to draw, it'd be water ink. I love watercolours, I love water ink, I love gouache, I love that kind of vibe. It does get a little bit stronger in the artistic styling.
As he becomes magic.
Well, do you want to touch on the story?
Yes, please.
So he's from Illinois. Or Illinois.
Illinois.
I can't remember exactly what the village is called, but the point is that it's just kind of a nothingy town. It's kind of a nowhere kind of place. Perea or something, or Pizzeria.
I don't know anywhere.
Whereabouts is it? I could have
Illinois.
done the basic research.
Illinois.
Yeah.
Illinois. I don't know if it's Illinois or Illinois.
Have I thrown you? So we'd always say Illinois, but like
completely freaked
I
me
don't know whether it is Illinois. I would assume it's Illinois.
I think it's Illinois.
With the S must be silent.
Why would you not pronounce the S? I mean, Chicago's in Illinois.
Is it? Oh, so it's up there. Oh, my slow internet is warming up.
Oh, there is no S. Oh,
Don't pronounce the S. The S is Illinois. I was right. See?
You know, we speak different languages.
Perhaps in the South, you say Illinois.
Now, because it's supposed to be Illinois, that doesn't mean everyone's
No. I was just I was curious because I've always said Illinois, but I don't know where I've got that from. Whereas if you say Illinois, then Chicago, Illinois. So it's up there. It's up with Chicago.
Doesn't seem like a word now.
Chicago.
So
they do terrible pizzas around there.
Never been. Would like to go. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Agree. Strong opinion.
Strong.
Have you had a deep dish?
Never in Chicago, obviously, but I've had a version of deep dish here, and my friend occasionally cooks them. But they did like Chicago town pizzas here.
Why?
And I just don't understand it.
There's something wrong with your friend?
Many things. That is just one of them. But yeah, it's very straight. It's how you could make it something worse, because it's not good enough to be a focaccia, and it's not good enough to be a pizza. You've kind of taken both and made them worse.
No.
Like,
it's so
soggy, oily, not flavorful, doughy. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, we had some it was in a Pizza Hut, so I don't know how. Okay. Well, you know, Pizza Hut's not terrible. Anyway, it was in the Chicago airport.
Maybe we'll go to Chicago and try it.
I have a couple friends in Chicago now, and they really like it. I've sat in the airport.
Yeah, I've heard it's kind of beautiful city. In Chicago, though?
Yeah, I think. O'Hara Airport, which is
then there you go then. Yeah, it was a Chicago pizza. They're not going to do a bad pizza in the airport. They're not going to not do it in the airport.
They might.
It's going to be bad, but it's not going to be non-traditional. Do you know what I mean? You would think that they would people would kick off if like.
We were staying with my uncle in New York, had New York pizza. Then we had a layover in Chicago, had Chicago pizza. Then we went to Italy and had Italian pizza.
Oh.
It was good. We had the Rome one and then Naples.
Which one was your favourite? How many people can we piss off in one sentence? Go on.
You know what? Pizza, I think New York I like the most. I like a crispy crust, and I like not a lot of crust. Not a bread fan. Never have been. Ironic I can't eat bread now. However, I really... the best pizza we had was in Naples, but we went to like a really nice restaurant. I think that was meant for tourists, but it was like the best tomato sauce I've ever had. It was like a personal pizza. That was probably the best pizza I've ever had. But I think in general, like of all the different styles, because in Rome they make it really long and skinny and cut it in strips, and it's a little bit more like focaccia, and I like that a lot. It's just... I feel like that's more of... I shouldn't say this because they're Italian. But, you know, the pizza, if I'm going to have something that's junk food, I want the, 4 cheeses, mostly.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah. So
Whereas,
they have
like, if I
minimalist
want a
topping,
nice
just, like, a few
bread,
things.
then I'm
Yeah.
going to get a focaccia or something.
Yeah, fair enough.
And that's why the
The
Chicago
best-
one is the worst.
Yeah. The best pizza I've ever had was Portugal.
Really? Was
Yeah.
it, like, at a place, or was it?
Yeah, I was at a place not in Sintra, in Cascais, and I had a wild mushroom pizza, and it was fucking incredible. It was the best thing I've ever eaten. It was like, that is, when you have memorable meals. It was just before my Iron Man, and so I was like, okay, we'll just go for a pizza because, like, I know that'll sit well, and I didn't. You don't want to have too much.
Yeah.
You don't want to have anything. Obviously, you would never have anything like shellfish or like rare beef or anything that could like upset you for the night. So I was like, no meat. I'll go for mushroom. Obviously, fucking mushrooms could have killed me in hindsight, but
I know when you said wild mushroom, I just do not trust wild mushrooms. But presumably, the
true. I hadn't even thought about that. I was like, I don't want this, don't want that. I'll have the wild mushroom one. It was hands down like a proper memorable meal. It was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I want.
That being said, I have had amazing
pizza.
food in Rome. I went through a stage when we were in Rome of like eating lasagna because they were all, and I don't know which part of Italy this is from, but they don't have cheese in lasagna. It is just ragu and pasta.
Oh, guess you'd like that.
And because I'm lactose intolerant, God, should we start a thing for my lactose intolerance and your celiac? Like how our week diets.
What meals to cook?
Yeah. But then I got one and it was like a fucking soup. There was so much cheese and stuff on it. It like came in a bowl and it was like a totally different style from obviously a different part of Italy. And I was like, shit.
Did you eat it? I was with
my partner at the time. I was like, you're going to have to eat this because I can't touch it.
Oh.
Like, this is way too much. Yeah. Anyway.
Wow, I'm hungry now.
Yeah, sorry.
I had a pizza
it's
in New York.
well.
I know I said I like New York pizza. It was a breakfast one, and so they cracked an egg on it. I got very sick.
They had what on it? Why do you guys just love ruining stuff? You can't just have normal things. You have to be like, let's make a breakfast pizza. It's like, guys, come on. It's like when you have Guy Fieri. It's like, why are you doing this to yourselves? Why? You don't need to, man versus food. You don't need to.
No, in London, I wanted to go because they had gluten-free empanadas and a really nice guava chicken. And we went, and I brought my roommate at the time, who was Argentinian, and the couple who started the restaurant was, I think, Venezuelan, and she was like, what are these flavors? This isn't real Spanish food. Like, why are Venezuelans making them? She had a lot of opinions, but she came with us anyway, and we got there, and she was like, actually, this is really good. I enjoy all of this. And I was like, it's fusion food. They're like mixing flavors. Obviously, if they moved countries and have lived in different places, they have different sources of inspiration.
Different things. Yeah.
Don't have to stay in your lane.
Yeah. I used to work in a Spanish restaurant that was run by Iranians. And there you go. Don't know why they didn't just do an Iranian restaurant, but they were very good at the Spanish food, that's for sure.
You may talk about Jesus again.
Jodie. We've got Jodie. He's our lead in the first one. I can't really spoil too much. I can't really say too much because there's
Is he not the lead in the second or third?
Oh, is he? Is he not? He is, but is he? Is he the only one?
Are you just going to ask me questions for this whole episode? 'Cause I'll talk about food again.
So he's the central protagonist. Yes, I am. He's suburban, normal lad, bit stupid, skives off school, and then this is in the first part, so it's not gonna spoil anything because you assume it's American Jesus. You know where the story's going. A truck comes off the road and squishes him, However,
It goes smack.
so he's under the
Trucks
bridge,
don't move that
so it
way.
goes whoosh,
Oh.
so it properly like squishes him. Yeah, he's goosed. Driver, coma, half dead. That comes into the story later. He wakes up in hospital, not a hair out of place, absolutely fine.
Oh.
And then he
That's
becomes
nice.
smart as a whip. And knows everything.
It's also nice. We could use more people with critical thinking skills.
We could.
Less AI. Continue.
Less AI is better. I nearly had an argument with AI the other day when I was doing my research.
Oh,
It's a
my
bit of an
mom
aside.
enjoys.
Oh,
arguing
really?
With it.
It wasn't research for this. It
Yeah,
was
she
research. I
tries-
was asking because I'm studying for my electrics exam. I was asking it questions to give me 10 questions on these, and then it was like it marked one of them wrong, and I was like, no, that isn't wrong. I know that's not wrong. And then I was like, show me the working out, and it was like, show me the working out. I was like, that's the same as what I've just done, but it minused it, and he was like, oh, because it's a, and I was like, that's wrong. You've done it wrong. So yeah. Anyway, I double checked and that was right.
My mom argues with it about stealing our data. And it's like, no, we won't. And its answer has changed, like, over the past, as they're, whatever. I don't remember the arguments, but there's been a few times she's like, I got it.
I fucking got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to take over as much as everybody says it's going to.
Because did you hear about the girl who won the court case against Meta and Google?
No, I did not.
Saying she was addicted. She said she was addicted to these platforms, and she won. Like, as a child, she started at age 6, and said they're designed to get kids addicted. Won. Obviously, they're gonna appeal, but AI does the same thing, but worse. Because the algorithm, we all kind of know the algorithm is made to keep you on the platform. They've
Hilarious.
leaked, Meta's documents knowing this is heavily addictive. And, I mean, even just if you think of the engineers, they get paid more if they keep you on the app 5% more. That adds up.
I mean,
anyway, AI is also designed to
you're fighting against thousands of professors. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
The amount of times when I'm doing my research, like, oh my god, that's such a great question you asked. I'm like, it's not. It's about it's about cable design to do with what cable I should be using for what circuit breaker of this. It's not a great question. Don't worry about it, honey.
Yeah. Yeah.
It shows
they
that
said people who frequently use AI have they think way higher of themselves.
Oh,
and think they're
absolutely.
way
After a
more
while, you
intelligent
are
than everyone
like,
else.
because of the amount of times it'll be like, because I was like, oh, well, should I be using an AFD or AFDD on this circuit, which is like, it finds arc faults. It's like, my God, you're thinking safety first. This is such a great thing to for you. And I'm like, yeah, I'm actually great, aren't I? Fucking absolute nonsense.
The first few times it was fun.
Yeah.
I'm like, cut the fluff. Just answer me.
The problem is that if you didn't do that, I understand that they're kind of painted into a corner now, because if they didn't and they're like, this is a really shit idea, and it keeps on saying it, then you are just going to top yourself, aren't you? If you're addicted to it and it changes from I love you to bad idea, that you should be doing this, then it's going to be like, okay, well, I may as well send it. I think they've got a lot of lives in their hands, and they are very much painted into a corner on quite a dark note, but I do think that's the case.
Yeah. If it made them money, though, they would change. But it's not. So.
That's a bit yellow, isn't it? I was just going to change my light to yellow. But...
I think the yellow's nice. It matches
the
flowers.
Yeah. Have some warmth on my face because it's night time now, so I'm like, oh, no, it's a bit warm in it. This isn't created by AI. It's created by Mark Millar. Good. So he becomes knowing a lot of everything, basically. and it's very good. It's very good. It's very good. I would give it that. Just that there's a really good twist in it, and there's a really good look in it, so that like you can't spoil it. You can't talk too much about the story. I can talk a tiny bit about the mum. The mum is an immaculate conception. She is a bit worried at first. She struggles to understand her son's gifts. She knew this day was coming, but like it's a bit like Jesus in the temple, where they were like, "Oh, actually, he is Jesus," and she's a bit protective at the same time that she knows something's going to change. Jodie's dad, wet as a dishcloth. Absolutely no reason to have him in the comic. Well, there is. He's kind of the Joseph figure. Like, they don't have sex. It keeps on saying that they don't have sex. But he's just absolutely... Yeah, he's just... Yeah. Not even, like... He's not even whole at the moment. He's not even, like, wholesome at the start as well. I'm only talking about the first one. But he's not even, like, a wholesome, like... He's just... Like, just a weak character. Do you know?
He's
some
probably
characters...
bored in his relationship.
Well, this is the thing. Is like, why are you in the relationship still? Like, you can just leave. But yes, if you've not had sex with your wife,
this is 0 BC, AD.
What did you say?
Yeah. This isn't 0 AD. No, BC. What year was Jesus born? It wasn't 0.
Famously 0, yes.
No, because AD was supposed to be after death, wasn't it? So it's when he dies?
Anno Domini.
Okay, never mind. I was lied to by the religious people.
No. Well, you should laugh at the religious people. No. Because then there'd be a 32 year gap of, like, where nothing happened. No. There is a theory that Jesus is American, which I thought that this was going to piggyback off, but it doesn't.
Wait, there's a theory he isn't? What are you saying? Of course he's not American.
There's a theory by the... Is it Mormons, or is it one of your religions? One of your guys.
What other ones are there?
There's loads of the different types of Christianity within America, isn't there? Like, they're all like Protestant, but like through the Protestant, like Christianity, Protestantism, and then you've got like Seventh-day Adventists. You've got loads of.
Surely it must be Mormon.
I probably think it is Mormon, but they've discovered that, and this is really actually interesting of why they've piggybacked off this, because within Semitic languages.
Yes. Sorry. The Mormons believe Jesus visited the Americas after his resurrection.
Yes. Okay. So does it say the reason why? Because it is this is the reason why I know it. So I'm not sure if this is the globally understood reason, but because I studied like linguistic history, or did a module in linguistic history, because in Semitic languages, to which Hebrew and Arabic is, there's the idea of the 3 consonants. So like Islam would be one, Salam, Islam would be SLM. So word structures based around these 3 consonants, and like they change pattern. So Muslim, Salam, which is hello, and Islam are all within the same dialect of like what God would be. So they're all based on the same 3. And there's only one other example of this apart from these Semitic languages, and that is in a Native American tribe. One tribe also has this this construction around 3 consonants per word, and so they were like, well, ergo, there must have been
obviously
Jewish people that went over there.
Just like the same people built the pyramids in Egypt and the ziggurats and
yes, yeah. I did see a very funny meme the other day. It was talking about Mexicans being the hardest working race in the world, and he was like, I can prove it to you that Mexicans are the hardest working race. It's like, Egypt built the Great Pyramids. Everybody thinks they're aliens. Mexico, exactly the same pyramids. No one's questioning that the Mexicans didn't build that. I was like, you kind of got me there, actually, on that one. Yeah, I was like, yeah, fair. But yeah, so that's where the idea of a Christian Jesus. But I do think that a lot of people are. I think it's also a nicer image, isn't it? If you're a right-wing evangelist Christian American, to think of your Messiah as fundamentally a Palestinian, like a Jewish Arabic person from a Bedouin tribe in the Levant, is quite difficult to perceive. Like, your perception of, like, well, we're correct because we're God's chosen, and judging people on how they are viewed, and you don't look like your own Messiah. That's quite a mental gymnastics that you have to.
I would argue they do a lot of mental gymnastics.
They do a lot of mental gymnastics. You are entirely
well, this
correct.
Probably included.
Yeah, that is one of them. It's really interesting at the moment because we're kind of getting when America sneezes, England catches a cold. Have you ever heard that phrase?
From you.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so whatever happens with you, we kind of get later. Because, bin fire, very little culture, apart from, we hate our own culture, even though we've got, like, an amazing music team. Anyway, that's an aside. We've got people like Russell Brand coming to court in Britain with like a Bible with tabs in it, and it's just like, come on, man. That might work over there, but that just doesn't. Like, it's just pathetic here. Like, it's pathetic everywhere, but like, we can see through your fucking thing. Like, you're definitely allegedly a rapist. There was 2 allegedlys in there, so we can't get sued. Not that he's listening. You can't just fucking walk to court with a Bible and think we're all going to fall in love with you again. Like, yeah. So yeah, we're kind of getting that evangelist nonsense as well over here, like from Jordan Peterson and what have you, and it's all coming over this way. Farage, Tony Robinson, who's our big right-wing leader, complained to the Archbishop of Canterbury that we need to start bringing the Christ back into Christmas.
Oh no! They said that over here a few years ago.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I mean, Tommy Robinson's thick as fuck, so it's not really it's. He disappeared for years, and then do you know what fucking brought him back?
COVID.
No, worse than COVID.
Oh.
Arguably, I've forgotten his bastard name now. What's your version of Piers Morgan, but worse? Carl Tucker.
Tucker Carlson.
That's it. Thank you very much. Tucker Carlson. He was on Tucker Carlson complaining about Islam, and he was saying that, like, if you actually read the Quran, the amount of times it says you need to go out and destroy all Jews and Christians. It's like, have you ever read the Bible? It's pretty fucking gnarly, man. Like, there's one person that, during a war, took some gold, and God said that you should punish him by taking all of his property, and obviously, because it was the Levant 2,000 years ago, women and children were your property, so they just burnt the whole house down. It's like, why does God need gold anyway? He's got everything. Oh, anyway, so do you want a spoiler?
I don't know. Do you want to give a spoiler?
I don't know.
You don't often.
I don't often. I'm not going to give the spoiler, but it's a fucking good one. The themes within
the spoiler
this...
or the book?
The book is actually very good. It was very refreshing, especially because I was reading, spoiler for the next episode, I was reading X-Men Dawn of X, and that was not very good. So this was an excellent appetite whet. So yeah, I was like, oh good, this is actually like somebody who's, you can tell Alan Moore and somebody else were his like big idols.
So you only like British writers?
No. Oh, maybe there is a little bit of that going on. No, my favourite writer's American. So there you go, George Saunders. Checkmate.
He doesn't do comics, though.
He doesn't do comics, but if he did, they'd be my favourite as well. But my favourite comic would be... My favourite comic writer would be Alan Moore, obviously. And my favourite writer would be George Saunders. So, yeah.
You're allowed to have that opinion.
Thank you very kindly. It's my only way that I'm moving to America.
Do you like any women writers?
Oh, you cow. Yes, I do.
Do you like...
I grew up on... Thing is, I'm just going to say fucking Margaret Atwood, so I'm going to look like such a basic bitch now. Because, like, Margaret Atwood got me into, like...
No, I think she...
Margaret Atwood got me into dystopian, and she got me into a lot of feminist reading, so, like, yeah. I would say she was very spearheady in my... She was very influential in my life.
Very good.
She's
And,
also Canadian. So she's
very influential.
Yeah.
In genres and stuff. Oh, what were you going to say? The only reason you'd come here is if...
Oh, my favourite book of last year was A Woman. Curious.
I was kind of...
Time Travelers.
Just poking.
No. I'm on defensive mode now. I'm on really... and co-written...
I didn't expect such a strong reaction.
Oh, did you not? Really? You didn't expect me to be like, fuck! Backpedal.
I expected a reaction.
This is how you lose a time war. Anybody who's not read that.
Oh my goodness, that's so good. She just came out. It's a solo book, but the
I will buy it
woman who wrote that just came out with a new one.
I will buy that as soon as we're off air.
It's newly out in the Barnes & Nobles.
In the Barnes and Nobles?
No.
I assume it'll be out in Waterstones then, so I'll go and look for it tomorrow. So whilst you're researching that, I'm going to tell you about the themes. It's like the idea of good and bad, but it's also if God is choosing if you are what is divine and what isn't. What choices do you have if you're following God's story?
Oh, that's quite interesting.
There is a really interesting debate about that, of being like, well, what level is God involved within your life if you believe in God, or if you don't believe in God, what is the levels of that, which I always kind of find interesting, because if it goes so far, this is a personal bit, if it goes so far the other way where everything is controlled by God, which I know a lot of like they believe a lot in Islam, like parts of Islam believe, I guess if Allah wills it, then I'm almost like, what's the point of life? Because if God knows what's going to happen, why would he want
to learn lessons?
But why would he bother? What's in it for him? What's in it for him? Like, if you look at an all-powerful God that knows what's going to happen, that's like watching ants walk down the hill. Do you know what I mean? It's like...
Wait, there's a short story...
Go on.
I don't remember who wrote it. I want to say The Egg.
Come on, Aid.
But it was basically, it's just one, I'm going to explain this, but like, you live every single life on Earth ever. And so like when you're being cruel to someone, that's you being cruel to yourself in another life. And it's just learning.
Oh, I quite like that.
I think at the end of the short story, I don't know if this was someone taking that original idea and modifying it, or if the original idea was you're kind of being trained to be a new deity.
Well, that's kind of almost like it's taken aspects of like the Buddhism part of being like reincarnation, but then them bringing like the Western view of self and individuality combined. So instead of it being like, oh, I'm not going to harm this pig because this pig might be my auntie, you're looking at, I'm not going to harm this
I think
pig
it's just human.
Because this pig
it's
is
called
myself.
The Egg.
It's very,
Yes.
Yeah, that's a really interesting
It's called
take
The Egg by Andy Weir.
On both the Western and Eastern view and on individuality. Sorry, I've talked over you. I know. Stop. See, we're on video now. I can tell your face when you're deflated because I've talked over you. Normally on audio, I'm like, I just carry on regardless.
The book you wanted to know by Amal El Motar, I think is how you say it. It's called The River Has Roots, and the short story is The Egg by Andy Weir.
Oh, wow. Andy Weir, who did Project... Project Mary.
Hail Mary. And The Martian.
All right, I like his work. I'll give that a read. Give me the synopsis of
It is her debut solo novella, a fantasy retelling of the murder ballad The Two Sisters, set in the town of Thistleford on the edge of Faerie. It follows two devoted sisters, Esther and Isabel, who tend magical willow trees by singing to them, but their bond is tested when Esther falls in love with a fae being, risking their lives and their families pact with the magical world. The story was praised for its lyrical prose, exploration of sisterly love, and its unique magic system where grammar is a form of magic.
That's gonna be fucking awesome. I know it's a bit like everybody's into fairies and like the fairy thing is maybe dying out a little bit, but I reckon she'll do a good job of it.
Yeah, I really like the time war, and the cover looks quite cool. And it's short.
I've read one of, because she's a sci-fi
reading.
poet as well, if such a thing exists, and it does, because she is it. And yeah, she's a phenomenal writer. So yeah, I'll go and buy that tomorrow. It's another one to sit on my to be read list that's fucking just growing and growing. So, my comps. Do you want to do your comps first, or have you thought about comps?
I don't have any.
Okay.
No.
So my comp.
I wasn't told we were reading this book. Was that a train?
That was a train. Did you hear it?
I heard the horn.
It's going to be one of the big cargo trains. They come back with loads of cars and stuff. So, Omen has very, very influenced on the Omen, I would say. You don't know the Omen? That's insane. Oh my god, should we watch it together online?
Is it a movie?
Yeah. You don't even know what it is. Oh my god, it's a film. It's one of the scariest films ever.
Well, that's why I don't know it.
The most haunting scenes. Two most haunting scenes. One, because I was a bit scared of like wolves and dogs and werewolves. There's one part with a dog. Actually, it's the same kind of scene, but like the dog stares at this woman. And then there's one part where she's like, "I love you, Damien. I love you." Oh.
I've just
anybody that's watched it will have just that sentence that she says is next level. It has a lot. It's definitely influenced by that.
But positive.
I can't really say why, but not in the way that you're thinking it is. It's just the difference between like the Antichrist and politics. Like the way that, because in the Omen, his dad's a politician, or it's to do with politics.
A diplomat?
A diplomat. Is he a diplomat?
I think so.
Yeah, and so that's where like the modern evil is, and this kind of plays on that as well. And Master and Margarita was my other one, which is an amazing book, very difficult to read.
I would like to read that.
Depends. There's a couple of translations, and it's very hard.
Yes, that's what's put me off. But there's a girl I follow on YouTube occasionally, and she says it's her favorite book, and she has a book club on Fable, which is just like another Goodreads app type thing, but you can have virtual book clubs. Anyway, she was going to make a reading list for it, and I joined months ago because I was like, okay, if I'm going to read it, discussing it with other people, even virtually, or having people share their interpretations would be interesting. However, I think they already did it. I thought they had listed it for April, but I think I just went on and they'd finished it.
Oh,
and I was like,
man, that's so sad.
It is sad, but I have like 50 books on hold at the library, and also in my house that I'll choose my.
Should we start a book club
in the world? I'm not gonna read them all. Sure.
I think that's a great idea.
What?
Virtual book
with
club.
Graphic novels?
Yeah, 100%. We'll do that.
That's kind of what I was thought might be fun.
I think that could be really good fun. And if anybody's interested in watching it, or if it's just us,
I mean, a podcast about books is kind of a book club.
Yeah. But I mean to bring in audience and to be like, okay, well, this is what we're gonna discuss next time, or like have a separate one for that. Yeah, and that's amazing. The interlocking biblical narratives. What Master Margarita does have is that it goes back in time a lot more. This one does time switch, but not In the first one, not in the sense of the original Jesus Christi. I'd say that it is more satirical in Master and Margarita, whereas this is a bit more thrillery. I think he's... I'm just going to run and jump on his name. Bulgakov was quite a satirist, which was his downfall in the end. He ended up... if I remember correctly... What's that?
Was he killed for being a satirist?
He was kind of iced out. So he wrote a book called The Heart of a Dog, which is amazing, which is very anti-Soviet at the time that it was anti-Stalin at the time that he lived in Stalin in Russia. And so Stalin basically just went, no one works with him. And so he just didn't work again for like years. And then he wrote a play that was like pro-Soviet, and Stalin called him a sycophant and said no one work with him. And so I think he pretty much was like a no one by the end of it. So yeah, it was pretty brutal. Could you talk about the historical setting? Yes. The historical setting is more interestingly to do with the film. We kind of discussed about it before. The fact that they changed it from American to Mexican, I thought was quite poignant in the fact that it would piss off a lot of evangelists if you were to call the film American Jesus. And then with the twists and turns that it takes, I don't think you could do that anymore. I don't think you could do like the Omen anymore in today's society with like the strength of the Christian right. I think in this personal
but thriller
climate,
movies come out with demon children, antichrist.
They do, but they don't necessarily have
now.
a Christian, like it's children, demon children. It's not necessarily. This is about decisively good God and bad Satan. I just don't think you could have it in that respect in America in this day and age. Personally, I don't think Netflix would dare. Let's put it that way. I think you could, but I don't think Netflix would dare. Does that make sense? So, like, I don't want to be disparaging to all Americans and say, like, have you thinking that I think you're all religious nutters, because that's not the case. But there is enough that a company would wield to that pressure. Is that fair to say? With this current
Have you seen the movie Constantine?
Constantine? Yes. Not for years, but yes.
Would that be an okay comp?
Yeah, I suppose it would actually.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
And a graphic novel. That's my comp.
It's a good one, well done. Love Keanu Reeves.
He wrote a book.
He's just everything. He's very like meme loved, isn't he? Like internet loves him. Like he's very kind, apparently. I don't know whether you know that.
That's good.
Oh, I don't know. I thought you
more
knew.
of that.
Like he always takes the tube into work, or the underground. He always gives he'll give money to like strangers when they need it. And he always does his own stunts because he doesn't want to get hurt on his watch. He doesn't want somebody else to get hurt for him. And there's another thing as well that like every story you hear about him, you're like, oh my god, he's a really nice guy. Like he's just a good sound guy.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Need more of those.
Need more of them, especially in Hollywood. I haven't actually watched The Chosen One, which is the adaptation.
Oh.
But there is also a big change in the adaptation as well. It's less binary.
Oh, that makes it more fun, I think.
Yes. Could be better.
Because things in life are rarely black and white.
Yeah. All in all, a good read. Good covers. Like I say, French and British flags, depending on which one you want it to be in. Russian flag as well.
American.
I was going to do the Russian flag. Is it that way around? No, that's the Dutch flag, isn't it? It's red, white and blue, but I can't remember which way around. I'm really good at flags normally as well, but that's insane that I've just forgotten that off the top of my head. It's because I'm online, that's why. Like that's my thing. Is like I'm very good at flags. I don't have.
You said it, not
I don't
me.
have helpful autism. I have flag autism. I don't think I'm autistic, but yeah. I think that is it. American Jesus. I would recommend. very good book, considering it was coming from a point of view of pro-Catholicism. I was expecting myself to be a bit more annoyed as an atheist who is not anti-Christian, but anti-church. I was expecting myself to be like furious as reading it. And the first one I've just reread now, and I was like, okay, like I can get along with this viewpoint. Like I say, I've got no problem with religion as such, but I have a problem with institutions because I find them damaging. But
that's interesting because in Portugal, there was a few side comments of characters criticizing Catholics.
Yeah. I think we can't. I think it's undeniable the things we learnt and the things we know now can't be unknown and can't be unlearned and shouldn't be unlearned and shouldn't be unknown, and people should be held accountable for. And it's not just Catholics. Like here in the C of E, the Archbishop of Canterbury had to resign because his mate was a pedo, and so yeah, it's just like fuck off, guys. Like, can't we just wipe the whole slate clean? That is American Jesus.
Thank you for listening.
Any questions?
I have none.
All right. Well, thank you for listening.
If I think of one, I'll put it in the comments. Thank you for listening. I'm doing the intro and the outro to this episode of Ink in the Eyes. Questions, comments, concerns? Have you read the book? Let us know in the comments. I'm Ace, this is Charles, and we'll see you next week.
Goodbye.